one of the greatest games on the N64 console. Lylat Wars 64. That's right, Lylat Wars 64, or as it's known outside of Australia, Star Fox. The remake to the original Star Fox game that was released for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System back in the early 90s.
Location, Rob.
Let me take you back to my young childhood when this was the first, if not the very first, N64 game I've ever played, alongside Shadow of the Empire. We'll get to that next month. So let's waste no time and fly right into it. Get it? So you play as Fox McCloud throughout the whole game, as your mission is to fly through different worlds in the Lylat system, dodging obstacles and killing enemies, until you reach your final destination, Venom. No, not that Venom. This is a planet named Venom. Once there, you must kill the evil supervillain Andros. So straight away, as soon as you start the game, you start on Fox's home planet, Corneria. Just love that word, Corneria. Anyway, once there, you join throughout the whole game by your teammates Slippy, Falco, and Peppy. The most annoying characters in a game ever. I must say, the characters in this game are so irritating. They're very rarely helpful, and only come into help when they tell you how to defeat bosses and fly around killing enemies. Like here, in this world you're asked to fly around and just shoot things. The only thing that your team's good at. And by the way, since we're on the subject, can you tell me if this seems familiar to you? That's right, this stage is an exact rip-off of the film Independence Day, which isn't surprising, considering they came out around the same time. But come on, I mean, even the ships look the same. I mean, what? Now, if you haven't noticed already, this is the game that spawned the famous line,
Do a barrel roll!
That's right, do a barrel roll. One of the most overused freaking lines from any bloody game, and hardly anyone knows where that line comes from. But if you notice, doing a barrel roll on a plane is actually very helpful. But when you do it on the ground fighting, it's not.
Do a barrel roll!
Now, how can you talk about Star Fox without mentioning the extremely difficult worlds in this game? Like the ocean level, Aquas, where you're in a submarine and you have to defeat a giant clam. Or the desert world, Titania, that actually kind of looks like a bit like Saturn, where you're driving around in a tank and have to rescue Slippy from this dragon thing. Now, before we finish up here today, I want to tell you about a group that you have to defeat called Star Wolf. Very original. That's right, Star Wolf. They're easy to begin with, but they come back later on in the game, towards the end. And let me just say, they are goddamn difficult. And let me tell you, when you get to this stage, this is where you're gonna need one of the rarest gaming books in the world. Let me introduce you to Nintendo 64 A to Z Guide of Cheats. Over 200 pages of cheats and solutions to N64 video games. Featuring Turok 2, Star Wars Rogue Squadron, that's a good one, Mario Party South Park, many more, and Star Fox 64. So that's the one we need. Let's open the index here, page 64. What a coincidence. Okay, so we open up page 64, and here we go, Lylat Wars. It says here, to defeat the Star Wolf gang, you'll notice that they'll just fly behind you wherever you go. Time it right and do a somersault till you get behind them. Once there, you can blast the crap out of them until they die. Hope you all enjoyed today's video. I enjoyed my ginger beer. And next month, remember to catch it because it's Star Wars Day next month. And that means we're going to do